parents and people of goodwill. Strange as it may seem, the biggest church in Victoria was right next to my secondary college called St Patrick's, East Melbourne, which started in 1854, and the cathedral was started in the 1870s, and it was naturally called St Patrick's Cathedral. It would probably be appropriate that my confirmation name then was Patrick, as I was proud of my Irish Paddy background from the 1800s. Back in year 10, I remember going up into the cathedral and seeing this priest in the pulpit, and I said to myself, I couldn't do that. It wasn't even maybe I'd like to see that. No, it was definitely, there was no way I could do that, preaching in the pulpit high up off the ground. Probably the same goes for most people in a congregation. They couldn't imagine themselves reading from a pulpit because they'd feel too embarrassed, or their knees would be knocking out of fear. That's why you might be interested in the story I'm going to tell you today. The fourth grade teacher distributed sheets of paper to her class. She asked her students to write down all of the things they believed they could not do, but wished they could do or wanted to do. Each student went to work writing down their I can'ts. I can't kick the football, I can't do long division with more than 3 numerals, etc., etc. Even the teacher made a list. I can't get Dan's mother to come to teacher parent interviews. I can't get my daughter to put petrol in the car. Students and teacher wrote for 10 minutes. Then the students were instructed to fold their sheets in half and bring them to the front of the room. They then placed their I can'ts list in an empty shoebox. After adding their own list, the teacher put the lid on the box, tucked it under her arm, and with her fourth graders in tow, marched out the door, down the hall and out into the playground. In the furthest corner of the playground, each student took a turn digging the hole. They were going to bury their I can'ts. When they finished, the box was placed in the centre of the freshly dug grave. Then the teacher announced, "Boys and girls, please join hands and bow your heads." The teacher then delivered the eulogy. "Friends, we are gathered here today to honour the memory of I can't. While I was here with us on earth, he touched the lives of everyone, some more than others. We have provided I can't with a final resting place, a headstone that contains his epitaph. He's survived by his brothers and sisters. I can, I will, and I'm going to right away. They're not as well known as their famous relative. They're certainly not as strong and powerful yet. Perhaps someday, with our help, they will make an even bigger mark on the world. May I can't rest in peace. And may everyone present pick up their lives and move forward in his absence. Amen." The teacher then marched her students back to their classroom and held a wake for I can't with biscuits, lollies and fresh juice. As part of the celebration, the teacher had cut a large tombstone out of paper and wrote the words, "I can't," at the top with RIP, rest in peace, in the middle, and a date at the bottom. The paper tombstone hung in the classroom for the rest of the school year. On those rare occasions when a student forgot and said, "I can't," the teacher simply pointed to the tombstone. The student then remembered that "I can't" was dead and tried again. So what does the Gospel say about this on this 12th Sunday in Year A time? It says from Jesus, "What I say to you in the darkness, speak in the light. What you hear whispered, proclaim in the housetops. And do not be afraid of those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Even all the hairs of your head are counted. So do not be afraid. You're worth more than many sparrows." Jesus is saying to us, yes, you can. Do not be afraid. Over and out again from Father Greg online.